bread is rising, I'm going to begin my zucchini bisque. As you can see, I've already chopped some of the vegetables. I have 1.5 pounds of zucchini. I have 1 medium onion, regular cooking onion. You can use a Vidalia, Spanish onion, whatever you like, and 1 carrot. They're all roughly chopped because we are going to puree them later with an immersion blender. I have 8 ounces of silken tofu. I have some pepper to taste, and I have 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. I have a stock, which is a vegetable-based stock. If you'd like to use chicken broth or beef broth, that's up to you. I'm doing the vegetarian version today. And I have some oil because I'm going to saute the vegetables till they sweat a little bit for about 5 minutes before I add the tofu, the pepper, and the stock. So right now I'm going to finish chopping up my zucchinis. I have 1 more left. Again, it's just a rough chop because we are going to puree them. And you don't want them too big because then it takes a little longer to do in the immersion blender. So, got that done. I'm just going to add it to my little pile. And this is a nice soup to have in the winter time or in the summer because it can be served. It can be served warm or cold. In the summer, it's really refreshing to have cold. I'm going to add my oil to my Dutch oven pan back here. And I'm going to put it on a medium heat. I'm going to add the vegetables. You are not going to brown the vegetables, you're just going to sweat them, saute them for about 5 minutes. I'm going to add the vegetables and the salt and cook them up for a little bit. Man, oops. Zucchini keeps jumping ship. This soup can easily be doubled if you have a larger crowd to feed. Let's get it all off of here. This is a nice amount for Dwayne and I. So we're gonna sweat these. We're not gonna brown them. As you can see, the vegetables have sauteed. I didn't brown them. Next, I'm going to add the 8 ounces of silken tofu. Going to add the 2.5 cups of vegetable base stock. Pour that right in there. And then I'm going to add some freshly ground pepper to taste. We like a lot of pepper. We're going to cook this about 5 more minutes on medium, and then we're going to use the immersion blender to blend it together. The soup has cooked another 5 minutes with the broth and the tofu in it. I took it off the stove in order to use the immersion blender with it. I don't like using it on the stove because of the heat. I don't want to burn the bottom. When you do use one of these, you want to make sure that you have it in your liquid before you start it. I found out the hard way. There, our bisque is all pureed. As you can see, there are flecks of green in it from the zucchini, and from the tofu, it gives it a creamy look to it. It smells wonderful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some bowls out, and when the bread is done, we're going to have some bread, we're going to have some zucchini bisque, and we're going to have some brie cheese. I can't wait because I am hungry. Okay, the timer has just gone off. Let me check the bread to see if it's done. Yes, it's done. It's knocking. There we go. And as you can see, it's browned up nicely. I didn't have to do the egg wash. I'm going to wait a little bit to cut it so it cools down. Sounds good. It's hollow. That's what we want to hear. And we know it's done. My bread is cooled down enough to touch so I can slice it now. It's still a little warm, so it's going to press down a little bit while I cut it. Oh, smells so good. As you can see, the olives and herbs have mixed in there. Cut another little piece. Should be more than enough to have with my soup. As you can see, the olives are in there and the herbs.
Wow, it smells really good. What are you making?
Oh, well, I've made zucchini bisque soup with the tofu in it. I've made some homemade bread with fresh herbs from the garden and green olives with pimento.
Oh yeah, look, you've got the olives right in there and the herbs in there. That looks great. I can't wait to have some of that.
And I got some brie from the store.
Our favorite.
Yes, and I'm pairing it today with a Chardonnay.
Ah.
Thank you.
Perfect combination.
Yes, nice little lunch.
Well, I didn't do much on this one. Yeah, sure, right. That's the dish.
Thank you for joining us. Cheers.
All right.